There is a kind of peace that we all long to find. Peace is not only when everything is perfect, but the peace that remains, even when life becomes chaotic. The truth is there are times when life gets tiring. The sounds outside seem to echo inside, and no matter how hard I tried, my mind was spinning, my shoulders were tense, and my heart was heavy. If you are feeling this way, you are not alone. But there is one very comforting thing. Peace is not something we have to run after, but it is a place we can return to, slowly, patiently, one moment at a time. For thousands of years, Buddhism has opened a path, not just faith, but also wisdom, not bound by dogma, but nourished by awareness. These teachings are not commands, they are invitations. Please stop by, listen more, suffer less, and live more fully, even when life is not perfect. In this video, we will explore 9 practical lessons from Buddhist wisdom. Each lesson is carefully selected to help you find the stillness within, keep calm when everything around is changing, and cultivate a more positive, resilient lifestyle every day. These are not far-fetched ideas, but it's the small, simple changes you can make right away in the way you think, the way you react, and the way you show up in your own life. Whether you are new to Buddhism or have been studying it for a long time, these lessons remain as companions, kindly remind you of what is really important. You can't control everything in the outside world, but you absolutely can master your inner world. And sometimes that's all it takes to change everything. Whether you're watching this video during your lunch break, a quiet evening, or a sleepless night, I invite you to continue the journey, a journey of stillness, realization, and healing. One breath at a time, one lesson at a time. Now let's get started. Have you ever paid attention to the way you talk to yourself? It's not the words you say out loud, but are the silent whispers in my head every day. When you make mistakes, do you comfort yourself or blame yourself? In Buddhism, there is a seemingly small lesson, but has the power to change the inner life. From sad with myself. We are often very kind to others, but harsh and cold with himself. Every time I fall, instead of picking myself up, we blame ourselves. I am so bad. Why am I like this? Here is a great example. Holding a glass of water does not tire your arm because it is heavy, but because you held it for too long. So is our mind. When we keep holding on to judgments, self-blame, and unfulfilled expectations, it doesn't make us stronger, but only makes us tired gradually. So the first thing we can do is to learn to be gentle with yourself. Try something simple today. When you find yourself making a mistake, instead of blaming yourself, ask, if my best friend was going through this, what would I say to them? You might say, it's okay, I understand. Everyone feels like that sometimes. So why not say those words to yourself? You can also try writing positive messages. As a reminder every morning, I'm trying, and that's enough. I deserve to be loved, even when I am not perfect. This is not a cliche. This is medicine for the soul weary of expectation. Mindfulness meditation is also a very effective way. Just a few minutes a day, sit in silence, listen to the breath, and let go of judgments. You will find inside yourself there is still a peaceful space, never damaged. From being compassionate with yourself does not mean giving up, but is choose to move forward more gently. When you treat yourself kindly, you are not only healing yourself, but also become a source of peace for those around. Have you ever stopped and looked at your body, not to criticize, but to be grateful? This body, the place you live in, the place that holds all your emotions, memories, and experiences. Every heartbeat, every breath, every step are miracles that we often forget. In Buddhist teachings, the body is not just the physical body, which is likened to a sacred temple of the soul, a place to be cared for, listened to, and respected, not neglected or judged. We often fall into 2 extremes. One is being too busy, not caring about the body, just running after work, deadlines, phone calls. Second is being strict, only looking at flaws, wanting to change, lose weight, be more beautiful. But your body, no need to be perfect. It just needs to be loved properly. Respecting your body starts with very simple things. Eat healthy, not to lose weight, but to nourish. Gentle exercise, Not to be beautiful, but to feel alive. Get enough sleep to help the body recover after a long day. It's how you tell yourself, I deserve to be taken care of. Don't forget to take care of yourself too. Mind, because mind and body are always closely linked. A stressed mind will exhaust the body, and a weak body will make the spirit decline. Mindfulness meditation is a bridge, helping to connect body and mind. Just a few minutes a day, sit down, breathe, and feel your body. You have created a loving pause for yourself. And the most important thing is, learn to look at your body with eyes of gratitude. Even if it has scars, is tired, or is not as beautiful as someone online. Your body does not need judgment. It needs to be understanding, caring, and appreciation. Remember, every time you take sincere care of yourself, you are honoring the life within you. Your body, not a burden, but is a silent companion, take you through every step of life. Do you ever feel exhausted by the goals you set? We are always taught to aim big, strive constantly. But in Buddhist philosophy, there is a gentle but profound reminder. Follow the middle way, not too loose, not too forced. It's knowing when to go, when to stop, when to push, and when to rest. There is a very nice picture. Each goal is a step. If the steps are too high, you will slip and fall. If it's too low, you won't get very far. So, set goals sufficient is the way you go further, more durable, without exhaustion. Like a tree, it didn't grow overnight. It needs sunlight, water, time, and patience. You too. Give yourself space to grow naturally instead of rushing to force yourself to change immediately. Buddha said, happiness is not in the destination, but in step-by-step journey. Instead of setting a goal of, be great this month, try starting with one small, doable thing today. For example, spend 10 minutes meditating every morning. Turn off your phone 30 minutes before bedtime. Write one sentence of gratitude every night. And if you don't get what you want, it's okay. Every time you fail is a time you learn more about yourself. It's not a failure, but is adjustment. Be kind to yourself, and remember, set achievable goals does not mean lack of ambition, but you are choosing a smart, mindful, and sustainable path. The journey of personal development does not need to be noisy. Just quietly move forward, step by step, sincerely. Perhaps the only thing certain in life is change. But change isn't always easy. It brings with it confusion, anxiety, and sometimes even fear. But have you noticed? It was during those strange times we grow the most. Buddhism calls it impermanent. Everything comes and goes. Every breath, every emotion, every stage does not last forever. The more you hold on, the more it hurts. The more we resist change, the more tired we become. But if you dare to let go, dare to step out of your comfort zone, change will no longer be an enemy, but will become a gentle teacher. Do you remember the last time you did something for the first time? First time learning to cook a new dish? First time getting out of a relationship that no longer works? Or dare to say no for the first time to protect your boundaries? Every time you step out of your comfort zone is a time to discover yourself, a deeper, freer version. Change can start with very small things. Change your route to work. Turn off your phone for an hour every night. Try a new lifestyle, like going vegetarian a few days a week, or meditating for 5 minutes every morning. And from small changes, one day you will be strong enough to take on bigger changes. Buddha said, just as the lotus grows from the mud, enlightenment springs from adversity. So don't be afraid of change. Every time life shakes you, it can be an opportunity for you to become more grounded, more profound. Maybe today you are at a crossroads. Maybe something is changing in you or around you, and you don't know what to do. Take a deep breath. Believe that you can get through it. And who knows, what lies ahead is better than you ever imagined. Have you ever noticed the same situation, but some people feel miserable, others feel peaceful? On the same rainy day, some people complain about wet clothes, others see it as a gift to reflect. What makes the difference is not the circumstances, but his heart. Buddha said mind is the forerunner of all things, mind is the master, mind is the creator. You can imagine the mind as a garden. If you sow positive seeds, love, gratitude, hope, even if life is stormy, that garden can still bloom. But if you let negative thoughts take over, jealousy, fear, resentment, soon that garden will be barren. Positive thinking is not about denying pain. It's not wearing a mask of happiness, but is look deeply into reality, but choose to respond with peace. For example, when you fail, instead of beating yourself up, you can ask, what can I learn from this? When someone behaves badly, instead of getting angry, you can think, that person is hurting inside and I can't see it. Positive thinking is a conscious choice, not avoidance. Buddhism teaches, we become what we think about. Thinking about abundance, we feel peace. Thinking about lack, we live in anxiety. So train your mind to develop a new habit. Recognize negative thoughts as they arise. No judgment, just see. Then choose a gentler, more tender thought. For example, I'm not good enough. I'm still learning and growing. Everything is bad. I still have something to be grateful for today. Positive thinking is a gift you give yourself every day, not to escape reality, but enough to go through reality more gently. Your mind is where every experience begins, and it's also where you can start over whenever you feel lost. So if there is something you want to change in your life, start from within with a new, gentler mindset. Do you remember the last time you felt really happy? Not for achieving anything big, but because of a simple moment. One afternoon, sitting listening to the rain, a hug from a loved one, or just a warm cup of coffee on a Saturday morning. Sometimes, we forget that true joy is often found in the little things. In Buddhist teachings, there is a concept called right livelihood, means living by doing things that nourish the body and mind without causing harm to oneself or others. It's not just about career, but it's also how we choose to act every day. What we do is don't soul grows or just make it more tiring. Do what makes you happy, not a luxury. It is an essential part to keep the mind calm, the spirit steady. It could be spend 30 minutes a day reading, walk in nature, cook your favorite food, or just sit and breathe in silence. You don't have to be good, you don't have to get anything from it. Just allow yourself to be present and enjoy. In a busy world, it's easy to forget about yourself, and then we feel empty, disconnected. It is a sign that your heart is thirsting for something more real, more gentle. Buddha said, a soul nourished by true joy will not be easily shaken by the storms of life. Happiness is not a reward at the end of the road. It is gentle footprints on the journey you are on. So ask yourself every day, what warms your heart a little today? Can I spend 15 minutes on something I love? What makes me feel like me? Not a role in real life. Give yourself the magic of simplicity. Allow yourself touch happiness a little every day, because of those little things will be the gentle armor to help you through the storms of life. Every morning is a gift, but sometimes because it is so familiar, we forget that. I open my eyes hurriedly, worried about things left undone. We get caught up in what we don't have and forget to look back at what we do have. In Buddhist teachings, gratitude is not just a polite behavior. It is a spiritual practice, helps us awaken, connect, and heal. Buddha said, a grateful person is a happy person, not because they have more than others, but because of them realize the beauty of every little thing in this life. Gratitude is when you stop and realize the breath we have is precious. A full meal is a gift that not everyone has. Having loved ones around is something that cannot be taken for granted. We don't have to wait until we lose something to appreciate it. Every day is an opportunity to cherish before it's too late. You can start with the smallest things. Thank your feet for taking you all day long. Thank the driver for taking you to your destination safely. Thank yourself for trying, even if no one saw it. Write down 3 things you are grateful for every night, and in just a few weeks, you will realize your heart is lighter, your eyes see more clearly the beautiful things around you, and your heart becomes fuller without adding anything. Like wearing a pair of clearer glasses, helps you see life is never lacking in good things. You just haven't stopped long enough to see it clearly. So today, No matter how busy life is, stop for a moment and ask, what am I grateful for today? Because gratitude does more than warm your heart, but also spread that warmth to those around you. Are you holding something too tightly inside? An old relationship, an unhealed wound, an expectation that makes you tired? Holding on to something that no longer fits, like holding a hot coal, the first person to get burned is you. Buddha said, the root cause of suffering is attachment. Attachment means clinging. Cling to the past, clinging to the image of how I should be, clinging to others even when they've left, clinging to pain as if we can't live without it. But the truth is, not everything needs to be kept, and not everything that leaves is a loss. Letting go is not surrendering, it is not forgetting, but is act with wisdom and compassion towards yourself. It is when you ask yourself, do I really need to keep this? Is it making me grow or draining my life energy? If I let go, what will become lighter in my heart? You can practice letting go every day in small ways. Take a deep breath in. Breathe out the same thing you are willing to let go of. Write down your worries, then burn or tear them up as a ritual of transformation. Meditate on impermanence, realizing that everything comes and goes, nothing lasts forever. Just as the surface of a lake is calm only when the waves stop, your mind will only be at peace when you learn to let things go. Think about what you are carrying. Is there something you've been holding on to for too long? A memory? A word that hurt you? Or simply feeling like, I have to control everything? Letting go does not make you weak. On the contrary, it is a form of profound power, shows you are strong enough to not need to hold on anymore. You don't need to force yourself to go on. Walk with a lighter mind. And sometimes the best thing you can do is to let go to be free. Have you ever met someone? Even though it's stormy outside, they're still calm. Whatever happens, they still don't get caught up in the chaos. Peace is not when everything is smooth, but when in your heart there is a place quiet enough to stay, no matter what the circumstances. In Buddhism, peace does not come from outside. No one gives you peace. No place brings you peace. Peace is a choice, every day, every moment. When you choose not to overreact, when you choose to let go instead of control, when you choose to turn inward instead of being swept away by the world, you can practice peace by very small things. Take 5 minutes every morning just to breathe, no phone, no rush. Before reacting to someone, stop and take a deep breath. When you are tired, instead of trying harder, listen to your body and rest. Buddha said, peace of mind brings peace. No need to wait for things outside to change. Just you adjust your perspective, your way of life, then peace will sprout from within. You can live in the middle of a noisy city, but still keep peace in your heart. You can be busy, worried, but still choose a gentle, profound attitude towards life. You have the right to choose peace, even if no one understands you. Even though that day was bad, even if you don't have what you want yet. Because peace is not a condition which is located in how you deal with what is happening. Every day you will be given a lot of choices, react or let go, anger or forgiveness, hurry or slow down. Choose what nourishes your heart. Choose peace as a gift you give yourself before giving anything to this life. You may have heard a lot of advice. You may have read many books about peace, but sometimes all you need to be a gentle reminder that you are on the right track. Peace does not require you to be perfect. You don't need to be an ideal version of yourself. You just need to be someone who chooses to be present, chooses to turn within, and chooses to be kind to yourself. Choose to breathe deeply. Choose to slow down. Choose to let go of old burdens, and choose to start over whenever you're ready. The 9 lessons you just went through are not hard and fast rules. They are small seeds you can sow every day. A word of compassion to yourself, a respectful look at the body, a step in the midst of impermanence, but still lighthearted, a meaningful choice to live, no matter what the world is like out there. You don't need to rush. No need to do everything at once. Just every day take a small step towards peace, because in the end, live in peace, not the destination, but is the way you walk every day. If these lessons touch your heart, let's click register and ring the bell so I can accompany you in the next videos. You deserve a life that is peaceful, profound, and full of light. Wishing you peace, focus, and warm faith on your journey through life. See you again, my dear, in the next lessons.